In a state built by bourbon, it's only appropriate to have a Bourbon Hall of Fame. This year's inductees include a former mayor, a historian, a master distiller, and just one woman. After Dixie Demuth passed away in 2020, her story lives on in her family and in every Kentucky woman who's ever headed to a bar for a bourbon.
Mom always had a fire in her.
Born in 1917 in Samuels, Kentucky, Dixie Demuth always had a rebellious streak.
Mom's favorite song was I Did It My Way.
A young mom in the 1950s, to make a living, she opened Dixie's Elbow Room, a Fifth Street watering hole where women ran the show.
When Mom had the chance to own her own bar, she wanted to make sure that women had a chance.
That simple act, it turned out, flouted an antiquated state law.
When she did hire a woman bartender, she found out that there were laws on the books that prohibited women from being bartenders,
barring women from serving behind or sitting at bars.
Gaga, my grandmother, is a perfect example of taking a status quo and challenging it.
Dixie got mad, but she also got even.
When the Alcoholic Beverage Commission came into her bar, she had a lady bartender behind the bar, and my sister, who is 6 years older than I am, Suzanne, she was actually sitting at the bar with a drink, which was also prohibited. And so they cited Mom, and they closed down her bar for 5 days.
A 5-day business ban became a legal battle.
She has written on the top of the page, "This is a ridiculous law."
Appeal after appeal took the case all the way to the top.
It got overturned at least 2 times before it finally went before the highest court in Kentucky at that time.
For a long time, the story was family legend.
You never know what your legacy is going to be. You know, to live your life your own way.
A legend that turned legacy when the Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Fame named Dixie a 2023 inductee. In fact, the only woman nominee of the year.
Very appropriate, huh?
Dixie passed in 2020, but the honor puts her trailblazing, proudest moment in the history books.
It means a lot to us, but it meant even more to Mom.
Though perhaps legend and legacy are more about life lessons.
She did it her way.
Passed down through generations.
She truly did.
Dixie and the other 2023 inductees will be honored at a private ceremony today. It is something that, meant so much to Dixie, who that's what her daughter and her granddaughter both told me. She would have been blown away by this.
I'm still stuck on how much she had to go through.
Oh, yeah.
We all know different ethnicities and different genders have had to go through different things over the years, but when you see it pointed out like that, it just shows how far we've come.
And to know that what was so astounding to me was that this was the 60s and 70s she was dealing with. It was not the 20s, it was not the 30s, it was 1968 that she started that fight.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.